Okay, so some life updates, and this is going to be not so positive, and I'm going to try my best to keep everything together. So, that Sunday, I had a family member call me. I didn't know why they were calling me because they don't normally call me, and this is family on my mom's side, and I didn't think anything of it. I kind of did. I kind of had in the back of my head, like, something must be going on. I don't know what's going on, but I'm a little worried. So my antennas, my spidey senses were already tingling and they were already up, right? So, I head home on Monday. That's after I did that whole thing, that whole vlog. And so I didn't get home till like around 4, which was plenty of time because the original plan was once I got home, I was going to get my allergy shots, and then after I get my allergy shots, I was going to go and get my pampering that I get for Motivation Mondays. You know how I mentioned massages and self-care is very important. I was going to do that. I already had that planned out, and I was timing all that to get back all on time to do all that. But when I got home, my mom called me. And I found out that my grandma had passed. So her mom. And that was not my bingo card. And when my family member was calling me the day before, she didn't know that. She was trying to figure out if I knew what was going on. But my mom, being the amazing mom she is, don't do this. Do not do this. Was being a mom and was like, I'm not going to tell her until she's home. I don't, because it didn't happen that Monday. It happened Sunday, I believe. Yeah. But she didn't want to ruin my vacation. Yeah. So, my reaction at first was not the best reaction. It was pretty horrible, actually, because my mom's calling. She was calling me, and I didn't understand why she was calling me, because I told my parents and talked to my parents, and we were talking, and I mentioned like, hey, when I get home, I'll call you. I'll let you know when I get home, because typically when I get back from somewhere, I like to get completely settled in before I tell people that I'm home, because I want to actually literally feel like I'm home. You know, I know sometimes people really think to call right when you get home. I don't like to do that because my mind is all over the place. I can't really receive and take energy well, or I can't really receive and take information well when I'm still like this. So I still was kind of like this when she's trying to call me. And so unfortunately, when I'm like this, I don't handle anything well. I need to get back. Basically, it takes me time to get grounded. And that's one thing I've learned the older I've gotten. It takes me some time to get grounded. I need to allow myself time to get grounded. And then I can talk to you and have like an intelligent conversation where I'm actually present. Because I'm someone who struggles, especially in recent years, with staying present. I used to not have as much of a problem, but now it's way more of a thing. But I'm very aware of it. I'm working on it. But anyway, so when she called me, I didn't answer, but then I called her back, but I wasn't ready to call her back yet, so I probably should have waited, because I was immediately irritated that she was calling, even though I said I was going to call her, not knowing the news yet. And so I wasn't the nicest initially. And then she gave me that news. And the weird thing about the news, and I'm close to my grandma, but I'm not as close as I probably should have been. I'm not going to get into the whole family thing with that, but I am more sad for my mom. I'm more sad for my mom than the fact that my grandma's gone. Because talking to my mom about it, it was a lot. But my mom said something that so relatable, and that's how I am in general. Gotta keep moving forward. So I've been trying to do that, and I have been doing that, but I've also been grieving. So I'm grieving right now. So that's the life update. I'm kind of grieving right now. I feel like I'm doing this, and really, I would say ever since my 30s, I've been good about grieving properly. Only this time around, I'm grieving extremely properly, because I think even in my 30s, I would do like a retail therapy thing to make myself feel better. But since I'm actually actively looking for a place to purchase, I'm not doing that. So I'm really just trying to be like, no, I am going to grieve properly. So I have been going to the gym constantly. I've went all in on me trying to get this weight down more than ever. I have been kind of keeping to myself a little bit more than before, but I kind of was already going to do that anyway because of like the weight stuff I had going on. And man, I wipe, and I think I have cat hair in my eye now. So this isn't really tears all the way. Don't do me. I'm not going to be one of those who cries on camera. I'm not doing that. But I'm going to take before I do that, which I did. I spoiler alert, I turned the video off and cried a little bit and turned it back on. Just in case you didn't know, I definitely did that. But anyway, so yeah, it's been hard. So that was the news I got on Monday. And then on Tuesday, when I get back into work, and I still have a job. Pause. I want to make sure they don't think the sky is literally falling on me. Ain't that bad. Challenging. I would say challenging. You know, when it comes to like, and this might be a mindset thing, and hopefully you guys can have this too, but for me, my mindset is my life isn't hard. My life isn't falling apart. It's none of those things. I know in your head you say that, and I'm guilty of it too. I even say it initially, and I even was like, why? This timing is horrible, because you know what? Timing is timing. It ain't gonna always be on your time. That's just reality, right? But the timing actually wasn't that great. It just wasn't good. The timing really wasn't good. But what I will chalk this and all the other challenges I've had this year is this has been a challenging year. Challenging. Not rough. Because I had some years that was rough. I had some years where it really... So this ain't bad. Okay? I had some years where things were falling apart, and this ain't bad. This ain't bad, you know? And even honestly, if I had a better mindset back when things were not together, it would have been different. But now that my mindset, now that this is solid, this is solid, this is solid, this is solid, my ancestors, and now I have one more ancestor who's looking out for me in the form of my grandma. Solid. Solid. Okay? Because that's how I like to view things. So when a family member or someone close to you passes away, like, that's one more person looking out for you. So you have a soldier of people looking out for you. So I'm probably side note, I'm probably gonna do two separate videos because this video is a little bit on the downer side and I don't wanna put this with the vacation. I will still keep the portion where I allude to this video. I'll actually do an intro for this when it comes to life update side of it. I might not even need to do that. Anyway, I literally now have a cat hair in my eyes. So. Child, the way I had multiple cat hairs in my eye along with eyelash, that's insane. But anyway, so the other thing, yeah, and I switched views clearly, but so the other thing that happened on Tuesday, but this actually happened on Monday, but I didn't know because I was on PTO. I had a whole entire reorg that took place with my company, and I was impacted by the reorg. So I left Thursday for PTO. I had one boss. I come back on Tuesday. I have a different boss now. My support, someone who I talk to every day, is no longer on my team anymore, along with my boss. They're not the same people, by the way. So my boss and my team lead, who was, kind of helping me a lot, someone who actually I talked to a lot personally versus actually talking to professionally. And also she definitely helped kind of simmer me down whenever I was like, the sky's falling. I would call her, she's like, girl, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Relax. They're in a completely different org now. They're not even in our group, none of that. And because I am super type A when it comes to my career, I didn't realize that's what happened yet. So at first, I am someone, before I log into my computer, I actually have a work phone, right? So I log into my work phone, I'm seeing the emails, and all I'm seeing is a whole bunch of canceled meetings from my boss. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, wait a minute, do I not have a job anymore? I was so confused. Initially I thought I didn't have a job anymore. That was kind of their first initial thought, but I was like, wait a minute, I wouldn't even be getting these notifications if I didn't have a job. Because I wouldn't have an email anymore. This is where I was like, okay, I'm being irrational, read your emails. But of course it took me forever to figure out what happened. And I was like, wait, a reorg? And honestly, if it wasn't for my personal situation that I have going on right now happening, I probably would take it like a G. I probably would take it like a champ. It wouldn't be a big deal. It still would be shocking because the way it happened really was shocking. It was not. And I've worked for the same company. I'm not gonna say what company I'm in, but I've been at the same company for over 10 years, okay? So I've seen the reorgs multiple times. I've seen the different changes. It's never happened like this. This was completely different, brand new. I was like, wait, what? And so I'm just like, it had to happen now? You couldn't do this a week later? I was just like, oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then the next day, and this was planned before all this happened, I had a networking event I was going to for work where I was meeting the higher ups, the boss next in line before you get to the boss. Let's act like we're playing Mario, one of the sub bosses. I was meeting one of them, right? And the one I'm named after, we have the same name. It's kind of interesting. But so I'm going to this work conference thing with this news, and I'm also just still in shock with what's going on with my life personally. Looking back, I am afraid, I don't even know why I said it. I think I was doing the networking event the way I would normally do it. But when I tell you this week, I was an autopilot and have no idea what words were coming out of my mouth. And I talked to, finally, fast forward Friday, My team lead, who's no longer my team lead, I talked to her about what was really going on. And she was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Why didn't you tell me? I was like, I haven't told anyone. You're the first person I talked to, besides like my mom. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, when I have these kind of things, I internalize it. I know that's not good. That's not what you're supposed to do, but that's kind of what I do because I need time to process it. And clearly it's still not processing yet. I'm actually doing this video to kind of help me do that even more a little bit, you know? So they were like, so she was like, you've been handling this week like a G. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I would have never known the way you've been handling this week. You actually been kind of like handling it more than ever. And I was like, okay, well, that's good to hear. Because, child, I didn't know. Part of me didn't really know. Because part of me thought I was on autopilot. I kind of feel like, I'm not going to lie, I kind of feel like I've been a zombie this week. I've been just face down, work, face down, creating content, face down, exercise, run, and no drinking. I haven't drank at all. I don't even have the desire for that. No. I'm supposed to go meet some friends at the beach today. I kind of high-key don't even want to do it, but I'm gonna do it because I know I need to. But they know something's going on with me because I ain't been acting normal. And I told them I had an interesting week. I couldn't even tell them that I had a rough week because I didn't want them to worry about me. But that's how I am. I don't like when people worry about me. And I don't like trauma dumping. I don't like doing any of that. But I know the only way for me to grieve properly and me to get through situations properly, I have to vocalize it, right? Or else it's not gonna happen. It's just gonna stay in here. So I know that's the solution, right? But it's not the easiest to do. If you're not someone who's okay with, sometimes, and it's a line, I understand there truly is a line. There's a line of like, hey, say what's on your mind, but don't trauma dump. And I don't think I trauma dump. I think I'm just like, I think it's the not good thoughts in my head telling me that I'm trauma dumping, but really I'm just saying what's going on with my life. Because not all life is peaches and cream, But yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. And yeah, my phone is totally about to die. I'll be fine though. That's actually also the motivation of why I've had a couple of recent videos. Like I had a video on anxiety that I did for Get Fit With Me yoga series. And I also did a meditation video that's going to come out not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. And I had another motivation video that I did on this past Monday for abs, because I just decided I'm going to get into doing my ab workouts like now. So I added more to my plate when it comes to exercising, because for me, that is how I make myself feel better. I just had to like go face down into like work, but like self-work. In the past, it has been where I would just get back into work, and I'm not her anymore. I am not going to do all that. This channel to me is therapeutic, and it's like my creative work. So like I am more invested in this. So I will be, the content's still going to stay the same. I'm not going to do more than what I'm doing, but the content will still be there. So no worries on that. And then I am going to focus more on like my diet and exercise. This just gave me more motivation now to do it, because I'm not going to go into detail of but side note. So my grandma passing away, she was 86. She was tired. So that's kind of the other reason why I'm not as sad about my grandma passing away, because she was kind of just like, she had horrible knees. She's had horrible knees for such a long time. since like her 70s, but she was too old to get knee replacement, so she's just been suffering. So it was at the point where she couldn't even go to the restroom by herself. And I don't think even with her having her streak of being dependent and independent, because she's been both of those women, I don't even think she wanted that for herself. And also, like, she kind of was on oxygen on and off. I don't think she wanted that for herself. So I think she was like, I'm done. Peace out. You know, that's what it was. So that's kind of why when it comes to like my grandma part of it, I'm not sad about my grandma being gone. I'm sad about how my mom is feeling about it. That's where my grieving is coming from. I'm grieving for my mom more than I'm grieving for my grandma. Because, you know, that's her mom. It's her mom. And yeah, I'm sure when I really go down the rabbit hole thinking about how much my grandma was in my life when I was a kid, yeah, I'll get sad. But I haven't been thinking about that because I don't want to. I'm not there yet to think about it. I'm still just processing that even happened. I'm kind of in shock still about this week. I'm confused. So I have a session with my therapist. I'm gonna talk to her about it and it'll be fine. So I'm doing okay though. Okay, I'm fine and I will be fine, but I just wanted to share that with you all. That's what's been going on. That's my life update. So if I seem like I'm a little down and out, or if I seem like a little bit on the emotional side, charge it to, you know, it's not a depression. I'm grieving, okay? I've gone on the other side of the depression. Now we're grieving. A new form of emotions. Not all emotions are happy emotions, but you still gotta feel them. Anyway, I was hoping to leave this video on a lighter note, but I'm pretty sure my phone's gonna die. I am gonna go to the beach, hang out with some friends and get it together. And also too, shout out to my best friend AJ. I had this candle the whole entire time. So it's kind of been giving me peace. Just aromatherapy is also another thing I do for self-care, by the way. So that's kind of why I like candles all the time. Side note, I don't even know if you guys knew that, but that's the other reason why I like candles all the time. I love aromatherapy, and this is kind of like mine. So I'm in a very calm position, and both my cats are right here just chilling with me. So I have my support, and I'm good here. Okay? So if this helps you get through whatever situation you're getting through, I hope it does. It's kind of the other reason why I wanted to post it. Without it feeling like I'm trauma dumping. I don't want to trauma dump. That's not what this channel is about. I want to motivate and help others. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner. And yeah, I sound a little weird for clearer reasons that I've been trying to hold off my tears, and I have cried a couple times and taked off. But anyway, crying's good for you though, side note. That's the other thing. Jeez, I'm giving away all my content for Monday. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye.
I like this, something's always a miscommunication.